The next few weeks, I became a master of passive resistance. I kept my poker face on, attending all the obligatory family gatherings. I just nodded, smiled faintly, and sipped my unsweetened iced tea, absorbing every word, every subtle clue. Meanwhile, Eleanor ratcheted up her campaign. She started calling Mark's friends and even some of his old clients, spreading rumors that I was irresponsible with money, trying to paint me as a gold digger who was going to squander Mark's hard-earned estate. She even went to Mark's old architectural firm, claiming she needed a closure and access to his files, but I knew she was fishing for more assets or documents she could exploit. My private investigator, Frank, a retired detective from Capitol Hill, was a ghost. He was digging into Eleanor's recent activities, tracing her steps, her phone records. My forensic accountant, Maria, a sharp woman with a penchant for detail, was meticulously tracing every single cent of Mark's estate, confirming every asset, and, more importantly, cross-referencing Eleanor's claims. They quickly uncovered something truly damning. Eleanor had been siphoning money from a small, dormant trust account Mark had set up for family emergencies, a trust one didn't even know existed, for the past 3 years. She'd been funneling funds directly to support Brenda's failing vintage clothing boutique and her own lavish trips to Palm Springs. It wasn't just a few dollars, it was $5,000 here, $10,000 there, totaling over $150,000. And this was happening before Mark died, under my nose, under his. They also found evidence that Eleanor had been forging Mark's signature on some minor trust disbursement documents to make the transfers appear legitimate. Eleanor was utterly oblivious. She was too busy gloating about how I was fumbling with the estate, how I clearly didn't have the business acumen to handle such large sums. She'd even started trying to arrange viewings for some of Mark's less famous art pieces, claiming she was helping me manage the estate by finding buyers, completely unaware that Frank had documented every one of these covert meetings with potential buyers. She had even tried to sell the Rothko, the painting she claimed was part of their family legacy, to a private collector in Portland. She called a family meeting at her grand Beacon Hill mansion, ostensibly to discuss Mark's will. In reality, it was an ambush, an attempt to bully me into giving up assets in front of other family members. She had even brought a family lawyer, a slick-haired man who introduced himself as Mr. Harrison, though I knew from Frank's intel he was actually Brenda's personal injury lawyer, not an estate attorney. She presented me with a revised family agreement that cut my inheritance by half, reducing me to merely a caretaker of a family property, expecting me to sign. I looked at the neatly typed document, then at the assembled family members, my late husband's aunt and uncle, a few cousins who looked uncomfortable, and of course, a smug Eleanor and a teary-eyed Brenda. Thank you for inviting everyone here today to discuss Mark's estate. Next part on my profile.